and welcome to the Next Canon podcast. My name is Danny Ray, as you know, and on this podcast, we're working to recreate, reimagine, reshape the American theater canon so that it is more like we want it to be. I'm so excited because today we have Brandon JonesMooney. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's amazing to see you. I'm so excited. How have you been in the last year and a half or so?
In the last year and a half or so, like everybody else, keep on keeping on. It's not bad for the most part. Not even gonna lie. I try to keep pretty positive. It's pros and cons.
Definitely. And you guys have been doing some awesome work over at the YHT, the Young Hot Thespians. Check out their Instagram. You guys are posting so much right now.
It's trying to keep busy. Everybody is fairly, they like working, doing stuff, just having fun, making art. Why not? That's what we all like to do. Shout out National Poetry Month.
Oh yeah, shout out. We love it. How has the process been doing like your short films and stuff that you guys did early on? I feel like it was early on. Wasn't that last summer?
When we did shoot a bunch of stuff last summer. Actually, we started in like March, and that was the first film thing that we did, but that was a play. And then film that was the summer for Black 365.
Yes.
And it's a process. It's definitely fun though. I myself, I've been doing film for so long, and by so long, not long. So just that idea of just making something new from scratch is beautiful, like birthing a baby or taking care of a baby or
growing a baby.
One of the two. Growing a baby.
It does feel like that you like put your energy and time and effort into making this thing just as nice as you can make it,
Facts. Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys were pretty ingenuitive at the beginning. You guys had like a play in the living room. Wasn't it in the like dining room of y'all's house?
It was. We did.
The set transformation was wild.
That was honestly probably one of the that was a good time. That was a weird time. Beginning of quarantine. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. What we about to do? You read Endgame before? No, I hadn't. Other than like being in like little theater history classes and coming together and like, all right, bare bones. What do you need to make a show? Space, actors, audience. There you go. Knock it out. You can make it anywhere, but definitely in the living room or our dining room. Yeah, it's a lit set.
It was pretty.
It was a lit set.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I liked it. It was awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, I just have loved watching all of your guys' stuff pop up through the year. It's like people still making art, iconic. That's how I feel on my side of the phone when anyone makes art. I'm like, hell yes, you're doing it.
It feels like the perfect time. The perfect time to make art. There's so much stuff going on, and so much good can be brought out of just if stuff's happening. Cause and react.
Yeah,
so might as well react with some art.
Absolutely. And in your worlds, what does the word canon mean?
Canon.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, in my world, the word canon means Nick Cannon because he's hilarious. And outside of that, just Shakespeare. Like when I looked up the definition as I was telling you earlier, and he was like, it was the first thing under it. It was biblical stuff, and then it was a collection of books, and then it was the example was Shakespeare's canon. I don't ever think of. I think of them as synonymous.
Right.
I didn't even know that I honestly thought that the word for canon is in like the collection of those stuff was just for Shakespeare. I didn't even know that other stuff was like there's a canon of this. So yeah. So
I think the most
That
modern one I always think of is like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is considered a canon and things like that. Because like, I don't know, I think of it like it's once you establish something, it is true. Like that's how the like pop culture thinks about the word canon. This is canon, head canon, or like all those things that people say on the interwebs. I'm like, you just had a fan fiction and then you were like, nope, it's canon.
it's a whole it make it sound like it's so much bigger. It's even though it's only like 3 of them, it's like no. This is
Seriously.
my canon.
Right. And even thinking of Shakespeare, like that one for so long is like such a solidified canon because he died a bunch of years ago. And it's like, this is what is canon in Shakespeare and XYZ. But there's so many awesome artists like taking Shakespeare and turning it on its head right now, especially. Like I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, so and then when people come on with musical theater, they're like, this is the musical theater canon, and that's like such a thing. But yeah, I didn't learn about it until like a fellow student told me what it was, and so I'm like, why don't we learn about stuff like this? But yeah, they don't say the word, they just teach us the same shows over and over again, like Death of a Salesman or like things like that. What comes to mind when you think of like a show that we've done like that?
Arthur, damn. I was just thinking of there was these collections of books of Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, Eugene O'Neill, and one other person that we had to buy for my first year at PCPA to read. We had to read all those books, and then I'm now thinking, I'm like, oh, they all got a canon. Like that's all of that's them. Well, if that's the case, then the one that is the one that comes to mind the hardest to me in my life would be August Wilson.
Yeah,
absolutely. That would be that would be the only one that I recognize that I actually pay
is there a specific show
close attention in his shows.
Yeah.
I mean, it honestly changes, but Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is definitely probably always going to be my favorite show. That's the first one that I read, like that I physically like sat down and read, and it was hilarious. It was. I didn't know that. I'm lying. I read Fences before I read that, and that was obviously dope, and it's iconic, and it's its own thing. And then reading Ma Rainey, I'm like, oh, this is so different, but similar, but different. And I get it. Those people speak to me. I understand where they come from. It makes perfect sense. It's stories that I hear or feel or have been around my whole life. So it's like that's a nice little piece of home in some way on stage. So
yeah, man, that's beautiful. With that. That's awesome, because like that's when theater does its job in a lot of ways. I think is when you like really hit people like that and they understand, like they feel what they feel about it, whatever that is, and like they have that experience, because everyone's gonna feel different things, but like that's awesome. In our canon, since we're exploring the word, is there a show that just jumps out at you like, let's not do this one for the next 50 years, or it's just got to go?
Why am I blanking on the name? I'm blanking on the name because I don't like it so much. I did it over. As You Like It.
Right.
You should never do As You Like It again.
Tell me why. Let's get into it. Tell me why.
I just think it's a silly play. It's just not. It's something of it just doesn't. It doesn't resonate. There's so many. It just feels like there's so many plot holes within it. I did it once. I played Oliver, and I'm like, all right, cool. I come here, something happens. Me and my brother get into it. I hate my brother. I want to find my brother. I don't find him. I switch. Let's go. He disappears for like so long. He gets almost attacked by a lion, and then nothing. Next thing he's married. He's about to marry. I forgot her name. The other princess or the other girl. It's like, how didn't he know that she was her when he saw her? Because obviously she wasn't in disguise to begin with. She was still being a woman, as opposed to Rosalind being Ganymede, and why does Rosalind keep making Orlando do all this stuff? Because he clearly loves her in the beginning, and it's like, dang, bro, this play could have been over 20 minutes ago. Why are we still? I don't know why I'm watching this. He's going through all these tests and he's passing. He passes every time. Why is there a new test?
Oh my god!
And why is he? It's anyway. That's probably one of my least favorite shows of all time. It's not like, oh, it's hurting the world. It's just hurting me because I've seen it too many times, and it always keeps popping back up. That should go.
Yeah,
it should go. No more.
Like, why do that when you could do something new and fun and cool and fresh?
You could do another Shakespeare show. I'm okay with that. Just don't.
That one, you're just like, absolutely not. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, when you're like, this show should have been done 20 minutes ago, that's a good indicator of like, let's not.
Let's nothing. Go. Let's send it home. Let's pack it up. Let's pack them up.
Yeah. You've done quite a bit of, I feel like you've done a lot of theater. I've seen you at a lot of shows. What was your like favorite show to do recently or ever of all time?
Damn.
There's no rules. You can answer the question however you want to.
Well, I mean, all right, so I did, there's there's 3 shows that are like up there for me for different reasons. And they're all not number 1, but they all just feel like number 1. I did Reparations out here with Sound Theater.
Yeah.
Shout out Sound Theater. They are amazing. I love them, and they are doing dope work. But that was like that was like originating a role. So nice. You always remember those type of moments. Like that was a hard show. That was a test. But it was very, 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 very fun. Met some amazing people, got to work with some of the best people that I've ever got to work with before. And just being in the room with people, I get to work with I'm fortunate enough that I get to work with like my homies all the time, like, because we say we want to and we make it happen. So to go into a room where we don't necessarily know everybody and everybody feels like family, it's like, oh, this is special. But my favorite show was probably doing The Brother Size, which was also out here. For all 60, 50, however many people, thank you for coming to see that, because that was a show that was for the ages. And it's weird because it's like you talk about your own work and you're like, nah, you could, it was cool, it was great, it was a moment. Nah, that shit was fire.
Yes.
That play was lit, and that was one of the best plays of all time. And I was in it, and I know it was because I'm watching other people with me, and I'm like, bro, this is amazing. I know this is amazing. I'm looking at the people while we're doing it. I'm looking at the audience. I'm like, this is lit, right? And they looking back at me like, yeah, it's pretty fire. Like, that was dope because it was our first like time doing a show outside of just in a new place, not being from out here and making it happen. Still while being in school, still while being super busy at the same time, still while Cornish we had some issues with how that show was supposed to happen and what it could be and couldn't be. And the fact that we took it on ourselves, so like, we could do this on our own. It's easy money. Devise our own piece, like, do it I like doing theater like guerrilla style. If something's supposed to be outside, why would if I can make it outside, why wouldn't I do that as opposed to trying to create the element of outside?
Inside, yeah. Like, why make outside inside when you could just go outside?
You could just go outside. But, that play was crazy. That was one that I wish that I could have been an audience member to see. So that was.
Yeah, you can't get it, like, it's like you can't have it both ways sometimes. That's why I like directing, because you get to be in the room for all the rehearsals and then you get to watch the whole show. Like, that's always like, that's fun. I like acting too, but you only see your scenes. And if you're in a costume change, you don't see the scene that's happening. Like, I sometimes like I did The only play that I've done that I didn't have that feeling was, I think we did the Diary of Anne Frank in high school, and I was on stage the whole time. Even intermission, we all got like 5 minutes to like go to the bathroom. So we would walk out the only door on the stage, which was the restroom door, the like house's restroom. And then we would get like 5 minutes to change or whatever. But we were like making dinner during intermission. So we were on the stage with the lights dark while everyone's milling about. It was weird. It was weird. But it was pretty fun. It was like, yeah, it was wild. I didn't have to go down onto the pit though. I was thankful because like that's where one of the families, like their spaces were. I got to stay up like on the stage. So it was like,
in the dark. Oh yeah,
it was
that
like,
sounds.
it wasn't like too dark, but it was like we were not lit and the audience was lit.
It's very not lit.
And they were like, Danielle, like Megan, like trying to get our attention from the audience, and we're like, no, shh, we're not talking to you.
Shut up.
But yeah, so it was a weird one. Yeah, it was pretty funny. If you had to pick a show that is like not considered canon that you want everyone to know about, what would that show be?
The Brother Size, definitely.
Nice.
It's just one. I think that play should get taught in. Well, I would like it to be taught in like acting schools. Like that should be a play that people should work on just for scene work. It's the writing is so clear, and it's so clear in each character's intention and what they want, and it's so direct and to the point. Like they literally, I mean, there's other plays in the play they speak out their what do you call it? Like stage directions for themselves, which basically just turns into the things that they actually want. But it's so interweaving into the play that it's like stylistic, but it's also really helpful. And to have something so simple and to still be able to break it down with all that's definitely the one that comes to mind right off the rip. Passover by Antoinette Nwandu
so good.
would be lit. It's just I haven't seen anything like that for young people in theater ever.
Right.
Just, two young Black dudes that actually get to be young and they not 35. I feel like every story ever is the dude is 35.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll get there eventually. What am I supposed to do? But that's just a script that I really enjoy reading.
Yeah.
Both of those.
Didn't you assistant direct that at ACT or something?
I did.
Nice.
That was me. It was a good time. It was that was a very learning experience. Shout out to all those guys. That was fun. They were a good bunch to be around.
Yeah, I
learned me a lot.
Yeah, it's such an interesting script and how it's like Gatto. You know what I mean? Like how it parallels Gatto in that way, and then it just feels so real and not like as nebulous as Gatto felt. I feel like when we did that in school. Like, I feel like all of us were like, what the heck is this? I don't know anything. And then when you watch Passover, you're like on the edge of your seat or like chilling. And then you're on the edge of your seat. And then it's like, I don't know. It's just easier to understand in a lot of ways. Like you said, bringing it to the younger generation.
Becca's an asshole.
True.
Anything saying Becca, I don't know what the hell he keep me doing. But, I mean, he good sometimes, oftentimes, kind of, sort of, but yeah, he's not too friendly to anyone. The actors, the audience, he don't go.
No, he does not. He surely does not. So yeah, I think those are some awesome shows. What was it like last year for you? I know that you graduated when you graduated during pandemic times. You guys had like the really tough end of it, having senior year of acting school in virtual ? What was it like? Horrible? Was it horrible?
Do you want the truth or a lie? I didn't go to class at all. Well, for me, I knew that I definitely felt in my mind, I graduated in December.
Right.
So I was already, senioritis hit very early.
Check out.
I was already doing what I needed to do here. I was at that point, I was just all I wanted to do was graduate. So I wasn't really concerned about necessarily my grades super hard. I did everything that I needed to do, and school was fine. But by the time January hit, I had really easy classes, and then once the quarantine actually started, I was like, "There's no way they're gonna make us do this." I didn't believe it. I was like, "This is." I didn't believe that we were actually gonna stay in school and do that like that. Everything about it felt like it was all because it was all happening in real time. Yeah. Everybody's trying to figure out what to do. Nobody knows what to do because this has never happened before. There's no precedent for this ever. I'm like, I'm not going to class. For maybe a month and a half, I probably showed up to 4 classes max.
Yeah.
And that's all of my classes, like just 4 total. I'm on the computer screen. So for me, it was cake. And then they gave us a pass, and we got to pass without having to go back. And I'm like, cool. I wasn't going anyway. Thank you. So that's the easiest senior year ever. Yes, it sucks. Like, but no. I went to get the piece of paper I had. I was already having my fun. I'm like, I need the validation to show everybody else that, hey, yo, I went through 4 years or something to get these 3 letters. So.
For real.
Shout out.
I don't know where my paper is what I'm going to say. I got it in the mail, and I didn't look at it when I got it. And I was not living at my parents', which is where it got sent. And I was just like, no, put that away. I don't need that. I have no idea where it is. I think it's in my parents' office somewhere, but I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I sent it to my mom immediately. I'm like, once they ask, like, where do you want us to go? I'm like, don't give it to me.
I will lose that. It'll be a coaster.
I'm gonna be hella mad in 15 years when it's lost too. I'm mad that I lost my college diploma like an idiot. So I'm like, Mom, you'll care.
You'll keep that. Yes. I'm like, moms keep everything a lot of times, not all the time, but like that's
Yeah, not all the time. But
I have my little red thing, but it's empty. So that's like, I don't know.
Hey, where? I think I have 2. I think they sent 2.
Richard said, here you go. Oh, you guys didn't walk anyways. Are they gonna walk this year? Do you know? Wasn't there like revolution or something? Everyone was like,
absolutely not. No. Why would you want to in the middle of a pandose? You want to fucking walk the stage? No.
In the middle of a pandorama? Like what?
Right. What is going on? No, I wish I would have. That would have been honestly a movie. I told my mom beforehand. I was like, yo, when I walk the stage, yo, my actions do not reflect you or how you raised me at all. So
you had plans. You were plotting.
Like, what do you have? Nah, it was no plan. I didn't plan anything. It was just I know me, and I know me and the homies. It was possible I was gonna graduate with 5 of my best friends. We about to all graduate from college. Oh, we acting an ass.
Yeah. I remember you guys up in the balcony.
I got a college degree.
Yeah. I remember you guys up in the balcony at our graduation going so hard. It was amazing. I was like, you guys are it. It was so funny. So do you know any shows that are happening right now that you're like really down for? You're like, everyone go see this, support this show or theater or something like that?
Oh, in the world of theater?
In the world of anything you want. It could be like it could be music, poetry, whatever you want.
I really don't know anyone. Too many plays that are going on right now. Who's doing plays? If they are, where are they at? Because I want to help. I want to do a play. But TV, everybody should go watch Snowfall on FX. It's amazing. What else? That's really what I'm watching. A lot of Snowfall. Snowfall is crazy. All American on what is that? The CW. If you want some good trash TV, but you know, you could binge it, and next thing you know, you in season 3, watching
You
episode
just
6.
fall in.
You're hooked. What else? I don't know any plays that are going on right now off the top of my head. I should have prepared this. You gave me the questions beforehand.
For the record, everyone, I gave Brendan the questions and he showed up to recording. I'm just kidding. It's all good.
I absolutely did do that. And I would do it
again.
Maybe 2 out of 3 times.
I'm lucky you read it before we got here, considering you only went to 4 classes your senior year.
And so I swear, but my teachers, they fuck with me. It's no disrespect. It's like, it's really respectfully. Like, I'm not showing up. There's no disrespect. I would text you. Like, we could text on the side of class. But I'm not about to, not for instruction.
You got what you needed from the school, pretty much. And you were like, we're not going to waste each other's time here.
Yeah. I don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. Go home. If you go home and I go home, let's just act like it was out there.
Everything's chill. We can all go home. Did you take voiceover in the fall, or did you take it? I feel like I remember this or something.
Oh yeah. I did. I took it with Kate. Oh, it was it was really fun. Did we get to finish that semester? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I think.
Did you guys go to Jack Straw?
We did. Well, no, we did once school was over.
Oh, nice.
Like, she still
she was like, everybody, let's go.
For doing all that. Yeah. It was on if you wanted to. And I was like, hell yeah, I want to. And she helped me do my voice reel, which was really fun. I really enjoyed voice acting.
It's so fun. And you have such a like deep, cool voice. So it's like you could probably do so much stuff with that.
I just say my name over and over again. Or like, I can just scream.
Try not to scream, try to scream, all the things.
Somebody will pay for that. I'm sure somebody will pay for me to just scream.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
Microphone.
On video games. That's all they do pretty much. Just scream, say like 2 words, like the fighting video games, you know. Exactly. Do you have any personal work that you want to promote today?
Follow Young Hot Thespian on Instagram, because Young Hot Thespian is the regime to take over as now. Follow Young Hot Thespian on Twitter. That's at YHT is the regime, THEREGIME. Watch Black 365 on YouTube under Young Hot Thespian's YouTube page. That is really lit. If you haven't seen Black 365, it is amazing. It is a collection of short vignettes, a never-ending digital series, specifically created by Black people. So every piece is written by somebody Black, and it's all original, all brand new, fresh ideas. Episode 1 is out right now. It was fire. Oh, it was really,
so good. Fun. It's so good. Highly recommend. Nice.
I'm in the Drinking Gourd, collaboration between the Hansberry Project and True Colors Theater in Atlanta. This Sunday, 5 p.m. My play 7-11 will be going up, as well as what? I don't know. I lost my.
Will there be recordings and stuff?
There will be. That one is live, but I believe it's free. Anyone can watch it. Follow me. Hit me on Instagram, or look it up at the Hansberry Project. Either one. You'll be able to find that, or just ask me. Text me if you don't got my number. Whoever is watching this or listening to this.
Here's Brandon's number. Just kidding. Just live text right now. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, what is, for the listeners, what is YHT? What is the Young Hot Thespians, the regime? What is it?
Young Hot Thespian is it's family. It's love. It's fresh innovation. It's a family-oriented hotbed for artistic development. It's promising to bring forth new original work, telling the truth at all times, bringing theater to places where it isn't normally common. Yeah, it's a group of individuals just coming together and saying, "Yo, I like what you do. I like what you do. I like what you do. I want to see more of that." It's very much be the change that you want to see in the world, and I like collaboration. So
Yeah, man.
that's what that
They're
is.
awesome. Everyone go follow them. Support Black 365. It's amazing. It's super good. And all the poetry coming out right now is so fun. I listened to yours today. Because did it get posted today or yesterday? Your poetry.
The poems.
Yeah.
It did. Mine's got posted yesterday, I believe, but this month is National Poetry Month for anyone that doesn't know. And every day this month we've been dropping poems that either people wrote themselves or just reading poetry. Poetry is my first love. That's what I was doing before I was doing theater. It's beautiful. I feel I resonate with plays that have that nice poetic language in it. It just it's fun. It's more interesting to listen to. It just hits the ear. It's like candy.
Yeah.
But yeah. But we posting all of those all month, all April. It's poetry.
Yes, we love it. My last sneaky question that I warned you a little bit, but I didn't warn you at all about is who would you like to see on this podcast? Who should I interview next?
Who do I want to see on this podcast?
Who should I interview?
I gotta look at your list of who's been on here. Was Anu on here?
Anu was on. She was on. Yeah, she was on week 2.
Okay. That was my immediate first one. I love Anu. I don't know if you're watching this. Shout out to you. You're right. This is a sneaky question.
I know.
This is how many people can I say?
As many as you want. You could email me a list. Or you can just say whoever comes to mind.
For sure. Who comes? Well, damn, Christian was on here already. Damn.
Christian's, yes.
Quincy, Simone, Vince, Timber. Why am I saying everybody's whole name? Like it's
their full names.
You know who all these people are. Jarek would be tight if Jarek hasn't done it already. If you haven't hit up Jarek, hit up him.
I offered him. He knows he has an open door to that.
Exactly. I feel like everybody I'm about to say, you already like, yeah. I'm trying to, I'm trying to hit them up. I would in fact like to do that.
Yes. Anyone you've worked with in Seattle that you're like, oh, this person would be cool. That maybe I don't know.
Avi Rodriguez would be lit. V Davis would be lit. Veronique. Weleisha Walton would be lit. Definitely, yeah, that's who definitely should be on here. I want to hear what Weleisha got going on. I love Weleisha. I should text her. Yeah, Weleisha should be. Drop all those people. I want to hear from Weleisha. That's who you. That's
drop
who my,
all
that's
the people. Okay,
drop
cool.
all the people. Everybody else, I said, don't come. We just want Weleisha. That is, we want Weleisha.
I'm gonna send her this video so that she has to do it. I'm gonna cut it and say, hey, please come be on my podcast. Brandon said so. Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. All of those people to maybe keep in my mind, and especially Weleisha. I'm so grateful. Is there anything you want to say before we say goodbye for today?
Peace, love, and elbow grease. It don't cost nothing to show love. You see people out in the street, say hi, be kind, wash your hands, wash your ass. Both of those in unison.
In unison.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're awesome. It has been so fun catching up with you. I want to thank you so much for being here and saying yes to hanging out with me on this podcast. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's listening. Please go follow the YHT and everyone that Brandon just talked about and Brandon himself. And please give us a little like, a follow, subscribe. I don't know, do whatever you're supposed to do at this point on the platform, wherever you are. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Peace.